Hey, what's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole coming back to you with another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. Welcome live our Facebook audience as we are going live for the first time on Facebook in a long time. So welcome our audience there. And welcome everybody else who joins us on our Friday edition of the show in our classrooms. Excuse me, pardon me. But yes, it's been forever since we've been on Facebook Live, so we thought we'd throw the show up there on Facebook Live tonight and see how that goes and see how everybody's doing. As always, Lemonade is the guest host on the show today. Just so happens I went with more of my brisk lemonade again this week. Just 99 cents at your local, at most stores you can get it. I get mine at Meijer's gas station. So 99 cents at the Meijer's gas station in Adrian, Michigan, or wherever you like to do purchases at. Still got a little bit of a tickle in my throat, cold stuff going on. So we'll try and work our way through that. Last week's show, of course, was online edition only, as we had the week off. We didn't have the week off. It was snow days, so snow days for everybody. So that puts us back into action this week, and we do have a lot of action for you guys this week. For one thing, the return of NASCAR. And NASCAR, yes, people have been waiting for that to come back. NASCAR is back starting this week. And we'll get you updates on the race and situation in a little bit here. Excuse me, my goodness. What else do we have for you guys news-wise? I think that's about it as far as things go. Again, we're not getting those of you who like winter aren't getting your winter weather that you like. This past week would have been the tip up out in the Addison area for this time of the year. And yes, let's give a shout out not to our Facebook audience, but to our Friday edition of the show. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who's watching on Friday. Who's here watching on Friday, because I hear some of my programs are not in session. So, yes, some of my schools are on midwinter break and won't be seeing the show, like Adrian, for example. So Mr. Bowman's room and Mrs. Paulson's room will not be watching this week because they are on midwinter break. Oh, sorry if I sound a little sinusy. Like I said, still got a little bit of that crazy stuff going around, but I'm doing the best I can. Let's see. My sheets. I felt like, geez, how do I have so many sheets this week? Well, luckily I only printed 2 for my personal use because I usually do my sheets back to back, and for some reason my printer did not do the back to back option this time. So I got a lot of sheets to be going through this week. Anyway, we are on Season 10, Episode 20 of Sports Friendly. The 20th episode already, believe it or not. And as we are jumping in this week, there is no NBA action because, well, there is NBA action, but it's not a game I covered on here because I don't even really believe in it anymore. It's 2 teams, 2 team captains. Neither team captain is anybody I seem to really care about or that I'm aware of that I care about. And they pick a bunch of guys to play for. So it's not even like a truly an all-star perspective anymore. In a lot of our sports, the whole all-star game thing is just, it's like it's falling away. It's like nobody wants to do it anymore, or nobody or it's not a big deal, or there's nothing for it, in them for it, or for them for it. They don't even look at it. They're not even honored by it anymore. So, again, this is what, our pro sports have been reduced to. What can I say? Things are a mess out there. But you know what? It's sports. What can we say? All right. What'd you guys think of the premiere of the XFL last week? Yes, we have the XFL football action, the Vince McMahon Football League, so to speak of. They had their debut last week, and I was excited about it. I watched all 4 games, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. I like it. They're doing things a little differently. There are some different rules. Not such a bad thing, I don't think. They seem to work out okay. All the games seem to be fairly exciting, and it seemed to get some really good reviews in the news and on sports pages and stuff. So, yes, the XFL is the talk of the football future, and let's hope it is able to. I don't know, hope that it's able to. It will, because there's no. It's got Vince McMahon backing it, so I'm not going to worry about him getting short in money anytime soon. So the XFL should have so much more success than Alliance football did, and I enjoyed Alliance football. So, all right. With that being said, let's get into this week's picks edition of the show. And why do I lead off with XFL action? Because that's what we're starting off with this week. XFL football action. Our first game this week, we have the New York Guardians. The Guardians have 1 win and 0 losses under their belt. They are traveling to and playing against the DC Defenders. The Defenders, they have 1 win and 0 losses on their belt. To make this harder for you guys, one thing you will notice, or you will see that I've done, if I got them all this week, I'm not even sure. We are working on, in the classroom I work with, we're working on time, and identifying time. So I've added times, visual timers, for when I announce the time of our games. So kickoff for this game is 2 p.m., and you can watch it on ABC. I haven't really watched enough yet to decide who is going to be my team overall. But I'm going by the coolness of the logo and the name partially on this one. I'm going to go with the New York Guardians for my first pick of XFL football this week. Second game action. This is also a Saturday night game on XFL action. We have the Tampa Bay Vipers. The Vipers did not look too good in their first game. Vipers are 0 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the Seattle Dragons. The Dragons have 0 wins and 1 loss. Kickoff for this game is Saturday night at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. kickoff. And you can see this game on your regular old Fox network. I know they didn't win last week, but I like the Seattle Dragons for the victory. All right, covering more XFL action. We have Sunday's games. Your first game on Sunday is the Dallas Renegades. The Renegades have started off the season with 0 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the LA Wildcats. The Wildcats also have 0 wins and 1 loss. Kickoff for this game is Sunday at 3 p.m. I think I'm going to go with the Dallas Renegades for my pick. You can watch this game on ABC, if I didn't say that already. Good possibility I did. And it's on Sunday. All right, your last and final XFL football game of the week. We have the St. Louis Battlehawks. They have 1 win and 0 losses. Something about those St. Louis teams. They are traveling to and playing against the Houston Roughnecks. The Roughnecks have 1 win and 0 losses. I'm sorry. Yeah, they have 1 win, 0 losses. No, I don't apologize. I'm sorry. I don't have to apologize. This game tips off at 6 p.m. on FS1. I don't think it'll go super late. See, this game might prevent us from shooting a weekend wrap-up, but maybe not. Depending on how long the gameplay goes for. I'm going with the St. Louis Battlehawks. All right. That finishes out your XFL football action this week. Now we are moving on to high school boys basketball action. We got a few of those games for you this week. All of these games are played on Friday at hang on, sorry about that. Friday at 7 p.m. unless I have them otherwise marked. All right. Your first game in the high school basketball, boys basketball division. We have the not-so-mighty Addison Panthers. The Panthers have 2 wins and 11 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the East Jackson Trojans. The Trojans have 5 wins and 7 losses. Unbelievable. I know the Addison audience is already going to be writing me and giving me heck for this one. But I've got to go with the East Jackson Trojans for the win. East Jackson Trojans for the win. Panthers don't look like they can compete this year. All right, next up in high school basketball action. Again, all games are at 7 p.m. unless otherwise marked. We have the Adrian Maples. There's nobody to hype up this week because they're not in session. They still have football tomorrow, or football. They still have basketball tomorrow night, just no school. So, yes. I guess if we have any Maples fans out there, you can still cheer for them. There could be somebody watching the show that's a Maples fan. Come on, let's hear it for the Adrian Maples. The Maples have 7 wins and 8 losses. And they are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the Pinckney Pirates. The Pirates have 8 wins and 5 losses. Again, this is a 7 p.m. game on Friday night. 7 and 8, 8 and 5. Adrian's not doing horrible, but Adrian's not in session this week, so they won't hear me pick against them. I'm going to go with the Pinckney Pirates. Unless I have some of my Haviland friends who are also in the Adrian district. Then I might be in trouble. All right. Next up, we have continuing on with high school basketball action. We have the Britain Deerfield Patriots. Patriots not looking too bad. They have 8 wins and 6 losses. But they're on the road this week, traveling to no man's land. I'm talking about those Morenci Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 6 wins and 8 losses. It's like the reverse of each other. Yes, it is. Again, this game is at 7 p.m. I'm going with Britton Deerfield for the victory on this one. Britton Deerfield appears to be pretty good this season in boys basketball. All right, next up, we have the Sand Creek Aggies. The Aggies are terrible this year. Wow. 1 win and 11 losses. What's happening in Aggieland in boys basketball? They are traveling to and playing against the Clinton Redskins. The Redskins have 6 wins and 7 losses. And the tip-off for this game is 7 p.m. See, I'm an honorary Aggie with the girls' JV basketball team. The boys' basketball team, woo, buddy. I've got to go with the Clinton Redskins on this one. Your final boys high school basketball game this week, we have the Tecumseh Indians. They are not faring well in this season either. They have 2 wins and 12 losses. They are traveling to and playing against a team that really isn't that much better than them. We're talking about those Jackson Vikings. The Vikings have 4 wins and 10 losses. I've got to go. I'm not staying loyal to my locals this week. I've got to go Jackson just because they have a better record. A little bit better record anyway. All right, we have got some girls. Yes, some girls high school basketball action again for you guys this week as well. It's been kind of cool. This works out fairly well. We've been able to get some basketball action in for both sides. That makes the coach happy. Things have gotten a little better. And we haven't really had, knock on wood, we haven't had any, not too many games where I haven't been able to find scores. So that's cool too. All right, so on to girls high school basketball action. These games are Friday night games, but the times may vary, and we'll look at that as we go along. I have these individualized. But your first game, we have the Pinckney Pirates again. Excuse me. Pinckney Pirates have 2 wins and 9 losses. And they are traveling to and playing the Adrian Maple Girls. The Maple Ladies have 3 wins and 9 losses. This game tips off at 7 p.m. And let's see. This one could be a battle as both teams have very close records. Neither one have great winning seasons this year. I'm going to make the fans happy in Adrian. I'm going to go with the Adrian girls for the victory. All right, next up, we're in Panther Country once again, and the Panther girls are not doing much better. The Panther girls have 2 wins and 11 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the East Jackson Trojans. The Trojans have 7 wins and 6 losses. Tip-off for this game is Friday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. for this game. I am going to get in a ton of trouble with this one as well, as I'm going East Jackson for the victory. We have a lot of girls basketball action for you guys this week. As we move into our next game, we have the Hillsdale Hornets. The Hornets have 3 wins and 11 losses. Again, this is girls high school basketball. They are traveling to and playing against the Onstead Wildcats. The Wildcats have 10 wins and 6 losses. Tip-off for this game, 7 p.m. I got to go with the Onstead Wildcats on this one. They have a way better record than Hillsdale. And we'll see how they do. Next up, we have the Madison Trojans. The Trojans have 8 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Whiteford Wildcats. The Wildcats have 7 wins and 9 losses. This is a Friday night game as well, and tip-off for it is 7 p.m. in Whiteford. I'm sorry, in Onstead, I should say. Or let me get this straight. My goodness. We got Madison versus Whiteford. That's what I said. I am going to go with Madison on this one. Madison girls get the job done against the Whiteford Wildcats. Wow. I believe how long it took me to spit that one out. Your final girls high school basketball, the game of the week. We have the Jackson Vikings. The Vikings have 4 wins and 10 losses, and they are traveling to and playing against the Tecumseh girls, who are struggling. They have 2 wins and 12 losses. My vote goes to Jackson. Okay, we're moving right along at a pretty good pace here. We are moving into NCAA basketball action. Yes, we still have NCAA. We got college hoops going on. I didn't go too crazy with our games this week. We do have a few. We still have some on here. Let's see. These games could be played Friday or they could be played Saturday. We'll tell you as we go along. We have the Albion Brightons. They have 18 wins and 3 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Adrian Bulldogs, who destiny awaits now. Will they make the playoffs this year? Nobody knows for sure, but they're rooting that they're going to. One thing I forgot to mention on the show, guys, with the live show and the recorded show for our Friday audience. What was I going to say here? I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Don't even know where I was going with that one. Anyway, they're traveling to and playing against the Adrian Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 11 wins and 10 losses. Tip-off for this game is 3 p.m. It's not a televised game, unfortunately. I am going to support and go with Adrian College. Next, more college action. We have Siena Heights Saints. The Saints go marching in. That's right. With 12 wins and 14 losses. But they're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The Blue Devils have 9 wins and 14 losses. I figure this is going to be one of those easy victories for Siena Heights. Go Siena. You've got my vote. Oh my goodness. How could I let that slide? must be tired because that is your first. No, wrong song. Each first a 3-point bonus game. Each first a 3-point bonus game. Come on, everybody, now it's your first 3-point bonus. You guys ready for it? Ready for it? Here it comes. Game! Yes, it is. That was your 3-point bonus game, and I've got Siena Heights for the victory. Next up, we have that state down below us, Dominican Panthers. Panthers have 11 wins and 12 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Hillsdale Chargers. The Chargers have 14 wins and 8 losses. This is a Saturday game. Tip-off Tip-off for this game is 3 p.m. And it's not a televised game either. I, however, have to go with the Hillsdale Chargers for the victory. All right, we still have college basketball action for you guys. In the form, we got any Indiana fans here? Any Indiana Hoosiers by any chance? Because we have the Hoosiers. They have 15 wins and 8 losses. But wait a minute. They are playing against the world's greatest college. That's right. We're talking about those mighty Michigan Wolverines. That's right. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue, because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! Michigan Wolverines have 14 wins and 9 losses. And as you guys know, is the world's greatest college is who I'm going with. I'm going with the Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue! As I remind you guys that our games, sometimes some of them are off by one, sometimes possibly 2, depending on, like, sometimes baseball or basketball may squeeze a couple games in there before we shoot the show. I know Michigan did play last night, so they got a victory last night under their belt. And so occasionally you might be like, those of you who follow super closely your scores and stuff, you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, did he figure for the Michigan victory from last night? Again, like I said, by the time I send out sheets, and I got to get them out in a timely manner for you guys, so you have time to prep and stuff with them. So that's why the records are sometimes off. And that is this week's situation. All right, next up, we have the number 9th ranked. I believe these rankings are up to par, up to code, where they should be, up to code. The number 9 Minnesota Tarpons. The Tarpons have 12 wins and 14 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the number 16th ranked East Lansing Burning Couches. Patent pending. The East Lansing Burning Couches have 17 wins and 8 losses. This is a Saturday game at Saturday game at 6 p.m. And you can watch it on ESPN. Not a huge fan of the Spartans. I'm going Minnesota. Number 9th ranked Minnesota. Your last college basketball game of this week. We have the number 18th ranked LSU Tigers. The Tigers have 18 wins and 6 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the unranked Alabama Crimson Tide. The Tide have 13 wins and 10 losses. Tip-off for this game is Saturday at 4 p.m. Unfortunately, Bama Buer, this is not a televised game this week. But just for you, I'm going to go Roll Tide Roll and give the victory to Alabama. For Bama Buer. All right, we are moving into NHL hockey action. And our first game of the week is the struggling Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings, they have 14 wins, 40 losses, and 4 overtime losses. It does not look good for the Red Wings this season, as they travel to and play against the 37th for 37 wins, 11 losses, 12 overtime losses, the Boston Bruins. The puck drops for this game at 1 p.m. They snuck a time in on me that I did not get printed up, so you guys don't get to see this one. You get to see the game. You just don't get to see the logo showing. I have not done it this season, and I'm still going to be loyal to them. They lose their original home, as Joe Louis Arena is pretty much gone now, and their season is pretty much, I think, over as well, unless they start kicking it up here real soon. But you know what? I'm not giving up on them. This is one of those points that I will take a loss on every time. I've got the Detroit Red Wings, even though they pretty much have no chance. All right. Next up. Oh, well, it's that time again. It's that time again. The time where you fast forward through the show. Oh, and I wouldn't even know. Because you don't want to hear me sing. And I only blame you. But I'm going to sing anyway. Let's talk about those blues. Oh, they're playing the Nashville Predators. Talking about those Nashville Predators. Oh, the Predators are not too bad this year. As they have a 26 wins and 22 losses. And 7 overtime losses too. And they're on the road. Oh, on that road. And they're playing my blues. Talking about my St. Louis blues. And the blues aren't doing bad. I said the blues aren't doing bad. As they have 32 wins. And only 15 losses. And 9 overtime losses too. But then we gotta sing a little blues. Cause you know who I got. We're gonna know who I got. But wait a minute, we got some more. We can't give up yet. Because the puck drops for this game on Saturday night. Oh, it's a Saturday night game. At 3 p.m. Oh, it's a 3 p.m. game. Oh, no, but wait a minute. It's not a televised game. Oh, no. It's not a televised game. No. So that means I can't watch my blues. I can't watch my blues. But I'm gonna pick those St. Louis blues. Yeah. All right. Not. Oh, yeah. No comment. You either love it or you hate it. I don't know. I know Leah loves it. She tells me that when I see her. All right. No, done with the NHL action. Moving into AHL minor league hockey action. And, ooh. Crazy, we get to sing again. Because 3 points! 3 points! It's your second 3-point bonus game! Yeah. Alright, we're talking about minor league hockey action. As we have the Cleveland Monsters. The Cleveland Monsters have 22 wins, 23 losses, and 2 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing your Grand Rapid Griffins. The Griffins have 22 wins, 21 losses, and 3 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game Friday night at 7 p.m. And if you live up in Grand Rapids, you can go watch them play. If not, you can go to AHL.com and do the pay-per-view. That's right. They have the pay-per-view options online. You can do weekly games, team, by team, or you can just season pass one way or another for full season pass for all teams or a season pass for the team you want. Anyway, you guys know who I'm going with here. I've got the Grand Rapid Griffins. I'm moving into ECHL action. As we're getting closer to the end of this week's show, we have the Toledo Walleye. The Walleye have 28 wins, 13 losses, and 3 overtime losses. But they're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the Kalamazoo K-Wings. The K-Wings have 18 wins, 22 losses, and 5 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game at 7 p.m. Not a televised game, but again, with the ECHL, just go to the ECHL.com and you can rent your games there. You can do single action games the same way as the other way. You can do single action, or you can do league pass or single team pass, but it all costs money. You got to have money to do this stuff because they're not giving it away for free. Absolutely not. You guys know who I got. I'm going with the Toledo Walleye. All right, we have one college hockey game for you guys this week. And that would be the Adrian Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 15 wins, 5 losses, 3 overtime losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the Trine Thunder. The Thunder have 12 wins, 8 losses, and 3 overtime losses. This is a Friday night game as well. And the puck drops at 7 p.m. It's not a local game this week, but I don't know. Check out the YouTube page for Adrian College. They might actually show this game. If not, some of these games are being broadcast also on the new Adrian sports radio station, 96.5 The Cave. So you can check out some of these games on there as well. Yes, Adrian, it's not well, I'm not a part of it, sorry. They carry a lot of our local high school games and our college games. But they are affiliated with CBS Sports Radio. So there's a lot of CBS Sports Radio programming with a lot of people I like on there that I listen to anyway. And then they have, they currently have an hour-long show weekdays, I think from 8 to 9 a.m., covering our local sports. And that's where they're at right now. So there you go. With that being said, I am going with the Adrian Bulldogs for the victory. All right. Next up, hockey. Last hockey. This is high school hockey action. High school combined hockey. That's right. This is made up of all the players from Lenawee County. Different kids from different schools. Playing under Lenawee United. And they have had a not so bad, I would say a not so bad opening season. They have 8 wins and 11 losses. That's not bad for a brand new team of a bunch of guys who have never, ever played together before. And the season's still on. They still got a few games left yet. But they are traveling this week to play the North Point Norsemen. They have 3 wins and 7 losses. This is a Saturday game at 5 p.m. As far as I know, these games aren't televised or anything yet. But I've got to go with the Lenawee United. One of my friends, kids play on their team. For those of you who remember Melissa Morton, her son plays on that team as well. So, ring me up for Lenawee United for the victory. All right. That's it for the picks that way. But we're not done discussing things yet. Oh, no. Oh, no, we are not. I've got to pull up some information for you guys because it is the return of NASCAR. That's right, NASCAR makes its return this week on the show. Well, not just on the show, but makes its return, period. NASCAR's back. And I know I heard that my buddy Dan at the Hope Center, he was excited about the return of NASCAR, so he'll be all over that. All right. So I do not have the information in front of me right now, but we will take care of it right now. Get you some information on what's going on this week. We're going to do... Come on. All right. Let's see what we got this week. First race of the season. All right, it is the Daytona 500. And the race will start at 2:30 this week. And you can watch it on regular Fox TV, according to the schedule I'm looking at. But if you like to watch some of the other stuff, it looks like there's some different things going on with NASCAR on FS1 on Friday night. And Saturday night has some different things going on with NASCAR on FS1. So you can check that out also. And then, let's see. I'm hoping I'll have to check it out a little better. I'm hoping that my sheets are still up to date, that I have pretty much all your top qualifying racers right now. If not, I apologize, and I will get that fixed as soon as I can. But, however, there is the option on the sheets as well. If there's a driver you like and I don't have them on the list, you can write them in on the list. Because that's what that blank spot's for, so you guys can write in who you got. I'm starting off my season like I always do. Give me my buddy Kyle Busch for the win this week. And that's who I have in my NASCAR victory. All right, let's jump over to our Facebook page. And we'll check in on news and stuff that's going on that I have on the page. So, ways to check us out. You can ask to be a member of the Facebook page. Get on there, and I approve everybody relatively quickly if you want to be a member of that. And that's where you get all the updates and information. Great thing about it is I always like to brag about with the nation. Once you join the Sports Frenzy Nation, you help run the page because you can post stories, news and breaking stories that I don't always get to, and a lot of people do. We have some contributors to the show every week. So get out there. Ask to be a member if you want to watch it and see things that way. Because I don't go into great detail on the show about, I just kind of give you the topics of what's out there, what's going on, and then you have to go look at the link yourself. It's kind of how we do it. Tease you guys, get you in a little bit. Or if you just want to watch the show again, we have a YouTube page as well. And that's Coach Cole Sports Frenzy 1. We have our Instagram page, that's at Sports Frenzy 1. And then we have our Twitter feed at Sports Frenzy 1. So those are ways to check out the show more. All right. With that being said, let's go get you guys a little bit of news on the Frenzy page. What do we have going on in the Frenzy Nation? News in Frenzy Land. Well, one of the big, huge breaking news that I can tell you without even looking at it here is MSU's coach stepping down in football, and they have found a replacement already. Let me see if I have that right here. Somewhere I do. Yes, they have hired Mel Tucker to replace Mark D'Antonio. So that is your new football coach. I know nothing about him, nor do I care to know anything about him. He's coaching, the East Lansing Burning Couches. I do know there's a lot going on in the football program and at MSU. There could be sanctions coming down. Just a lot of stuff going on. I don't know how much of that we'll cover. Stay tuned. We'll see what goes on there. Lenawee Christian is bringing back a softball team after 7 seasons. So they'll be doing softball again. The St. Louis Blues had to stop a game the other night because one of their men, I'm going to butcher his name, defensiveman Jay Bauermeister, passed out after the first half, or first part of the game. So we hope that his condition, he's okay. Hey, the NFL has reinstated Browns defensive end Myles Garrett to mixed reviews. Myles, you'll remember, is the guy who got in a heated fight with the Steelers, taking off a helmet and slamming people with it. So, yes, he has been reinstated after 3 months. What are your thoughts on that, nation? Looks like Colorado has already found their coach to replace Mel Tucker. It could be Eric. Oh, wait, they haven't found him yet, but they're looking at candidates. Eric Bieniemy and Brian Harsin as top candidates to replace him in that position. Looks like the Tigers are closing in on some new players. One of them being a former Tiger, Cameron Maybin. So he be coming back he be coming back. He be coming back into the Tigers fold, man. I don't know where that came from. I thought this one was really cool. Little League Challengers finds a home. I'm going to give you a little more on this story. So this story is... This is a local Little League team for players with disabilities. They're going to be playing at Mitchell Park in Tecumseh. They will begin play at 1 p.m. on Saturdays at Tecumseh Park. They're expected to start in the first play game of baseball in June. First Saturday in June. I think this is awesome. The league is open to players between the ages of 4 and 18, and teams will be split between players of 4 and 14 and 15 and older. They're going to do 3 innings in these games. And if the kids are having fun and want to do it, they may go a 4th inning. So to find out more about that, you can find out more on our Facebook page, and I may be able to get some more details for you guys. I know, I think it was M1 who sent me information through my email about it. So we may be able to get you guys some more information about this league, those who might be interested in it. And I think it's going to be awesome. We have our summer baseball league at school, and our kids love it. So it's going to be awesome to see an actual disability league for others to enjoy as well. All right, with that being said, I think that's enough information for you guys this week. We're going to end on that bright note right there because that's the coolest thing ever. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's show. I was glad to be able to get back out there on Facebook land for you guys. And for the you guys live, this will affect you tomorrow. But you guys that are watching the show, in our classrooms. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day and have a great weekend full of sports action. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone. And we'll talk to you guys here again, hopefully Sunday night for the weekend wrap-up show. All right, that's all I have for you. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you again real soon. I'm the coach, and I'm out.